It's like a mirror.
What do you mean you're on the wrong side of the screen?
Yeah, you should be over here where I am.
That
No.
that is a proper.
I know, but I had it.
If we
I had
flip it,
I had
it'll
it-
be a mirror image.
I know. I had it set the other way so that when I pointed over here,
Hey, we're on.
Okay.
well, maybe.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
But that's actually accurate.
Well, I know, but yes, but I had it set the other way.
Of course.
So anyway,
We all
hey,
look all
do you
washed
have?
out.
Do you,
looking
I
on
know
yours.
because of the lights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it run up a little bit. Maybe we'll get somebody that'll click on and say, "Hey, we're watching the Fat Man and the Crew." Oops, see, it kicked over again. Started again. See how that does that? Mine does that. I don't know why, but it does that. Hi, how you
It
doing?
started a
You just
new
got
live stream?
notification that I'm live.
It started a new live stream.
It starts one, loads, caches, and then when it kicks over like that, then it loads again. So we actually have one watching, which is you, but it doesn't show here, but it gave you notification. So if you got notification,
Of
then
course,
I'm
you're watching.
pretty much we're live.
Well, I didn't think that one watching is.
Might be me.
I don't think
At the
it's
house.
me. I don't think it would.
No, that's one on yours. This I see. I've got one on mine now.
There's
So-
a couple down there.
Hey, who do we got? KJ, hey, Foster. Boy, you could. I'm telling you what. If 3 o'clock in the morning, if I kick a live stream on, Foster pops up because he's like 1, 2, or 3. He's always there. He doesn't sleep. I don't think he sleeps either. You don't sleep either, do you, brother?
He sleeps like a
K-
gopher.
KJ. Anyway, we're also
Hey, Cap.
doing a simulcast. Simulcast? Yeah.
Yes.
We're doing a simulcast on Digger's channel as well and stuff. Digger put up a video earlier this afternoon that you guys should go over to his channel and watch, and it makes some explanations on some things that are coming in the future. Digger's
a
making
lot of very soon major changes.
yeah, Digger's making a tremendous life change. His entire world. No, and I think it's a better. Like I said, we discussed it. A positive.
I don't think it's all that big deal.
No, it
is, but I mean, really,
from Joe Blow Citizen, it's a big deal. What do you mean you're quitting your job? No, you didn't quit. It got squashed.
Yeah.
You got let go without being told you were getting let go. Basically.
Just like everything in
Yeah.
life, they basically kicked me out and brought somebody in cheaper.
Right. But they've been screwing you for a while. I mean, there's months that they didn't even pay you. Did you get paid back that money that okay, because I knew they were behind because you only got paid in the
that happened once because they were having some issues down
Don't care.
there internal in-house stuff.
I understand that, but don't care.
People
You needed to
positions.
eat. You needed to eat and pay your
That's true.
bills.
But there was 1 month that was a little delayed. But
So
I was
where
okay with
some
that.
employers do not still
Right.
have the thing of their obligation to their employees. So when I went through college, my entire thing when I came out with my degrees and everything was to go into the workforce and work for organizations as the liaison between their workers and the organization to make sure they had very happy workers, got everything they needed, but were also supplying everything that the company was paying them to do and needed them to do so that there would be no conflicts and everything. Well, but that was back when people would go and work for 30 years and out. So you'd go in 30 years and out at the same company and never change.
Good luck and get the companies.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
30 years
Now the
anymore.
ratio is 5 years. It's 3 to 5 years, and they will hire people they know can't do the job and don't care because the way they're set up now, they're only going to be there. They don't train and everything.
Well,
So
I've already received some phone calls from the people that I used to transport for, the customers themselves.
Yeah, so
not the
that's your
corporate,
better, right?
But they have called and told me this new company that took it over is not doing the job correctly. They're making the people wait at the airport.
Oh, absolutely.
These guys
That's their loss.
expect
They
you to
gotta
be
go.
there right now.
That's their loss.
So
and they're not there. You know,
my over 10 years of
it's like, well,
training.
you get what you pay for.
Yeah, my over 10 years of training, multiple degrees, everything I studied for, everything I did for and stuff like that is useless in today's workforce. It has served me well in life.
I've got an associate's degree in mechanical design.
Yeah.
It's
they
worthless
don't,
now.
They don't really, unless you can program, HTML code.
13-year-olds that can do what I did.
Absolutely. You know? Well, when I was doing graphic design, when I was in the graphics field, doing all the camera stuff and everything like that, it took
12-year-olds can do
3 weeks.
Now.
Right. It took me 3 weeks to do what can be done in 3 hours by a 13-year-old on a computer.
Yeah, it's just
it's amazing. Anyway, Digger's got big life changes. So we're having a party. Do you have any plates?
Yeah.
I don't want his hands in my food.
I washed them.
Oh, did you? You didn't just wash them in urine and pee on them, like rough riders and stuff,
No.
right? So anybody want fire roasted sweet corn, rippled chips?
Never had stuff.
I know you will. Now, just because Digger's leaving the house, he does. Man, look at that. Look,
Half its hair.
that's less than half a thing for
Well,
5.
I might be leaving the house, but I'm getting closer to you.
Oh man, those are good. Take those.
Oh yeah.
Take the bag.
Here's the rules.
Oh my Lord! What in the heck are these?
Those are good, aren't they?
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's like straight corn on the cob.
Here's the rules about the
Holy
cheese dip.
Wow. No double dipping.
Damn straight.
Just like Seinfeld.
If anybody double dips, they're losing some fingers.
Look at this. Do you know where that table's been?
Oh, do you know what's been on that table? Do you know who's been on that table? I know her name. I'm not going to say anything. But
Those are good.
Oh my God! I've never had anything like this.
me neither. So,
This takes like real deal
Quick corn.
corn on the cob.
corn on the cob
Put a
and
little,
a potato chip.
put a little hot cheese on that. Anyway,
Interesting.
so watch his channel. I'm here now. Boy, it's hot in here. It's 101 out there. Our thing is 101. The heat index is just off the you got 2, yes.
Yeah.
6. Robotica. Not a competition, right?
I'll catch you, man. Come on, my people. Come on.
And I normally don't eat this stuff because I'm going to pay for it severely later with my medication.
I don't
trying
think
to
I've ever
flush
seen you eat anything.
But this is a party. We're over here celebrating. We may not ever be able to do another live stream or anything else from this location, Digger's Dungeon in the Gopher Hole. So these are, hang on, shaking. Medication's not kicking in. Scoops. So we come over and we're doing this little party.
So good.
I wanted to get a whole bunch of people, more people in here, but as you can see, I'm not sure. Well, that cheese dip's pretty good too.
Oh man.
I don't think too many more people would fit in here, but this is kind of the base crew.
Yeah.
I would like to have Watermelon Man and Bobby Jordan and all of those guys over here.
So is he going to defend his title on Sunday?
We'll get
I
them
don't
all.
know. That's coming
We'll
up.
get them all come up here. We'll just sit outside and have a bonfire right where in my area.
Oh, we can do that. Well, there's no internet over there, so we'd have to go off either
I
my
got-
phone.
Internet's not going to be a problem.
Okay.
I have to take care of. Connect 10. Connect.
So
10
anyway, on my
is-
channel, you can go over and watch, but on my channel, Digger is a life change. He's in the Y. He's in that Y of the road. He's in that Y of the road.
I like it as a
I
wife.
know. This is still my channel. Come on, man. You screw your channel up, don't you matter? So he's going to move out to on the back 40.
Gonna move to Gopher Land.
Going to move out on the back 40 and stuff. He got a job as a what do they call those guys? Night watchman.
Where's that at?
My house.
Oh,
Come on, geek. Keep up. He's not had a vacation for 19 years.
Yeah.
Has not had a vacation, really a day off, because you were on call 24/7.
I worked on this every
And he worked basically a double shift because he worked actually a split day. So morning, then night, then morning, then night, then morning, then night. Got a couple hours sleep in between. And that's all gone by the wayside. He's going to start doing custom buses for himself, kind of like other people we know that don't like to be mentioned. But
I'm gonna buy, build, and sell party
right.
buses.
So he's going to buy the bus, build it himself the way he knows it needs to be done properly, and then it'll be for sale. No more custom order, please. Because you've run into a lot of people that want stuff in the bus that, for one, is crazy, and two, a lot of it's not safe. It's not. So we'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
But it's not
because
safe.
most people won't build it, so they come.
They can't build it.
Yeah, just,
They don't know how to do it. They want to, and that's cool, and that's what a lot of people do. And I don't have a problem with that so much. When you go to a custom builder and say, here, I got 50,000. There's the vehicle. This is what I want. Boom. I don't have a problem with that. But when the builder goes to build it and runs into things that are not safe and whatever, they have an obligation not to do it, because it's not going to be, the person's not going to go, oh, that was my fault. I told him to do it. They're not going to do that. They're going to go, oh, it's all his fault because he did it.
I want to build and sell party buses that the regular guy with one or two vehicles, he can afford to buy this and put it into business.
And it's safe.
You know,
Mhm.
I mean, and it's not something that's so over the top. I'm going to build them basic, very flashy.
Well,
You know,
everything can be
everything, but
upgraded. All the stuff
it's
I've
gonna
watched you do, you can upgrade and change and make
Yeah.
whatever, or repair and replace pretty
Right.
easily.
I mean, basic as far as the way I do my sound systems. Believe me, my sound systems sound fine,
Mhm.
but they're not a complicated sound system. The LED lighting, it's not complicated, but I just, certain ways, it looks cool.
Well, a lot of your ceilings and floor lighting and all that stuff, I watched a lot of that stuff, and it's really good. I mean, and can be,
But-
like I said, modified and or replaced pretty easily on, you know.
But basically,
You're gonna
A-
make them all like the
a
same way.
party bus is a vehicle that people have to make money. And the last couple buses that I've done,
And you're
they're
not going
not really designed
No.
to make money. It's more like somebody's hobby, you know. I mean,
something that they wanted for themselves,
Yeah.
but
but to make money with a bus, the object is to have a low investment and be able to get your money back.
Right.
Not have a high investment and then just jack your rates to the moon. I'm trying to build affordable vehicles.
Yep.
So
that'll work anyway. So because I know he's going to help me if I get my little key van. You're going to help me do that and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably do most of the upholstery, and I'll just need you to help me fasten it up because my
holy
kitty,
shit,
kitty, kitty.
that fell on the floor. And guess what?
Oh my God!
Dude, it's too good not to.
5 seconds.
I know what's been in here.
Wow.
They are good, aren't they?
It tastes like.
I've never
it
had
tastes like
potato
sweet
chips
corn.
like that.
I'm about to get some of those.
Fire roasted sweet corn
Who would have thunk?
and rippled potatoes.
Yep.
Mm.
Natural flavoring. Oh, natural and artificial.
Go on.
Well, of course, to make that flavor.
If you guys ever have a chance, pick that stuff out.
They're pretty good.
If you could read that.
It's Casey's Economy brand.
How much are they getting for that?
I don't know, $5. $5.
Usually
$10.
potato chips have a price on them, but I
You
guess
got-
not.
You got to use your phone at Casey's.
Really?
You got to use your phone. They're all those QR.
Oh, really?
Or you could just ask somebody.
The new world.
You do it the
Yeah,
old,
I know, and I hate it.
You did the old,
Usually, I turn around and walk out of those places.
Yeah.
you did the old way. You just ask somebody.
Same way with if you go into any of the places that have all the automated tellers and all that stuff, the checkout people.
Well, they're kind of
Right, don't
phasing
feel-
those out. Some
Yeah,
places.
because they don't work, and people are refusing to go with them, and they don't work. So but anyway,
Well, you know, Walmart, every time I go in there, they got 18 registers, but if you're lucky, there's 3 open.
Yeah. I'd rather, even if the person is like grumpy, I'd rather see a person
Yeah.
face to face than I would. I worked in the computers for 30 plus years, and all that time. I
Sorry,
just
if
hate
the
it.
price is no different,
Yeah.
I want them to do the job.
Yeah. I mean, people, anyway. Quickly.
That's me rubbing against the wall.
Oh, yeah. That's what it always is until it hits you in the nostril and rips half your face off. The thing's coming up. So the reason I didn't go, it's too hot out there. I didn't go to shows, and I apologize. There's several of them I missed this whole week. It's too
It's like
hot.
Hell's Kitchen out there.
It's bad. I mean, it's bad.
Even
But
for-
it's
even for
Ohio.
me, even for
I'm
me,
not
it's bad.
complaining. It's just too hot for me.
I
Back in the day, I'd go out and sweat and whatever, and just be a rag. Back in Michigan, because it gets like 100 plus in Michigan, even during their summer.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't think it's Michigan. It's going to be cold. It's like Canada. No, Canada, you sweat too. It's
Yeah.
killer heat in some of that time. So I didn't go out to any of those shows. There are some shows coming up. Tomorrow is the
Saturday.
is at the fairgrounds, so cars and parts. Also going on is the Volkswagen Air Cooled show. Also going on is Chuck's Cartoons out at the Antiques Mall. Also going on is Robin's Saturday night in Kettering. So all that's going on. I may not be to any of them. I may be to one of them. I might be to two of them, but I may not be to any of them because it all depends. I'm really saving myself for
Are you saving
Brian.
yourself?
Yeah. For Brian's big bash, because
I even wore Brian's.
It's supposed to be
from 2021.
Yeah, it's supposed to be less than 80 degrees that day.
Mm-hmm.
Might have to dig my sweats out.
Yeah, and just beautiful weather. And I'm going to be sitting on the golf cart someplace. I'd like to get Dad out. I was able to get Dad out to a couple of different events, but he's gone back into a slump where he's just argumentative now and just whatever. So I'll see. It could change. It can change in 15 minutes. So I'm taking my chance right now, leaving him there. But this was important to get this done and everything. So something on Sunday. What was it on Sunday?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking anybody.
If you know of anything on Saturday, then yeah.
Well, the
Sunday.
burnout concert.
Oh, Sunday is mangoes, and no, Sundays is mangoes.
It's a brunch.
And then Chuck's Cartoons. Sorry,
They were talking maybe do a caravan to the antique thing after.
Right. So I got
cool.
confused. It's on Sunday that Chuck's Cartoons will be at the Antique Mall, not Saturday. So yeah, that we may go right from mangoes to that, or the air cooled thing, or whatever. So anyway, that's why I'm here now for multiple reasons, because I haven't been out, wanted to do this. I've been trying to get over to do other things. I wanted to get over here before this was just a gutted Hulk, because Digger's been getting rid of everything. As you can see in the background, the models, almost all the models are gone. Your brother's models and stuff, are they in storage and stuff?
The models in cases are still here.
Okay.
Everything else has been sold and liquidated.
Okay.
But the models that are still here, the ones in the cases that I've built, over the last 50 years.
Did you call Mike and see if he wanted to get any of that stuff?
I'm going to take them down to Atomic City to Doug. Doug Horner down there is going to let me bring him to Atomic City Model Shop.
Yep.
He just in Kettering.
Oh,
he just started another shop 2 doors down that's even bigger.
Oh.
So he said, bring them down here, put them on display. Everybody would love to see those. So
that's cool.
Yeah, because some of those
that's where they're going to go.
Were quite a few years ago.
I'll tell you,
rare,
and they're well done too.
Of everything that I've had in this house and collected over the years, 27 years of being here, plus all my childhood stuff and everything that I've got, the models is the only thing that pretty much yanked my heart out on all this stuff. Everything else I didn't have a problem with parting with, but the models I still just can't part with. So Doug's going to put them on display down there.
It's like losing a friend.
Well, exactly.
Well, like I said, you've got some rare ones. I mean,
yeah,
of an era when they were more prevalent, but now they're not. So, and they're hard to get.
And they're real well.
And I paid $1.98 for a lot of mine when I went to build them. Actually, I bought them and cut them all up, chopped the top. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because back then, now they're $30.
Oh, they're 35 now.
Right, to just buy them.
Just buy
but the original AM or whatever kits that I had back then that I cut up,
the AMGs,
are going for 10 times that if they were original from that era still in the package. And I'm going, I cut up 4 of those just to build a custom car, but I had fun. That's what that's what you did. That's how you got started.
You see the price of those at the spot meets.
That's what they're for.
Yeah, but it was only $1.98, so less than $2. And
even at $35, I say cut it up.
Jeff, hey, what's up? Look, and Keith. Hey, fellas,
is that Master Cheese?
That's Master Cheese. That's
Master
Big
Cheese.
Cheese.
Master Cheese.
Big Cheese.
Welcome, Master Cheese.
He's still waiting on me to bring his award to him from the cruise-ins. They don't have awards at cruise-ins, so Jeff Jeff, he can't go somewhere without getting an award.
You and Tom and those guys. You and Tom and all those guys.
Now you're stirring up something.
And I have to straighten that out every time. That's not Jeff. That's Steve.
No, well,
Steve.
This is true.
Mustang Steve will not leave the house unless he's pretty much guaranteed an award.
Yeah. but I don't know. I can't say anything negative about it. I mean,
Hey, Max, what's up, brother?
So Matt,
Jeff is one that I
Jeff
gave him a
Todd,
hard
Jeff.
time, but in all honesty, he bought a beautiful car.
Oh,
And then
and
he busted his butt to make it his
Right.
beautiful car.
I sure did.
And I have a lot of respect for
the
that.
minutia, the fine details that
Oh.
he went through to do that.
That's
if-
one of the most.
If you didn't pay attention to it
57s
when
are
he
driving the
first got
streets.
it to what it is today,
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
and unless you're and I'm going to piss people off, I don't care. I don't care. A real car guy will have seen it when he got it and seen it now and know what he
Oh, yeah.
had done to make it to that
Right.
level.
Definitely.
That it was a fine machine. The level he has taken it to it's really, really good.
Yes.
Really good. But
Very well
what
done.
the hell do I know?
A 57 Chevy Bel Air
Yeah. Well,
can't get anything more better than that.
well,
He's got the perfect car, the perfect color, and he's done the perfect stuff to it.
It's just perfect in every way.
I'm not a Chevrolet guy, and I drool over it. So
yeah, it's sweet.
But Jeff, I always give you a hard time.
Let's make sure this wasn't mom and dad. No, it's Tom. Oh, look, Digger Party Bus. They're live.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, so cool. Anyway, it wasn't mom and dad, so we're good. That stuff's going on. So yeah, you guys got to get out to Paps as you can get out there. I mean, there's a bunch of Labor Day ones, but Paps, have you seen the stuff that Cultice, Steve, and all
Yeah,
those
I
guys?
saw
Oh
them.
my gosh, that
saw
stuff's
them.
beautiful.
This is one of those, just like White Trash and White Walls. This is one of them shows. It doesn't matter if I have a car or not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got.
I am going to be
It's,
there.
it's just well
Yeah.
run.
Well, it's the organization and stuff
And
like
just
that. But
just great people all around.
I mean, for me, it's a little further than normal than I would normally go, but such a good time.
oh, if anybody's gotten a friend request from me, wasn't me.
Oh, are they doing that stuff to you?
Yeah.
Somebody copied your crap.
I think Scott Abname, and I've known Scott since the 60s.
And just so everybody knows, that is not called being hacked.
no, it's cloned.
That is called being cloned.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big difference. They don't actually have control of
No.
your
Anybody can go
Yeah.
copy a profile.
that's they just cloned it and are producing it again and stuff like that.
I don't understand the whole purpose other than they try to convince people they are you,
Right.
and then they say, "Oh, I'm in a big emergency. I need money."
Well, they also refer people to other sites. And since, if you said, hey, go check this out, this is really cool, I'd go click and check it out. Well, every time they get clicks on those sites, they get a penny or half a penny, or it's kind of like YouTube. All the stuff you go through on YouTube.
There's better ways to make money.
Well, yeah, but you really have to, it's a crapshoot. You really pretty much have to luck out to make big money on YouTube. It's just, I've known many YouTubers that have put in 15 plus years that started way back, and a lot of them just quit because it's just the maddening. And then there are some people, Casey Neistat for example and stuff, makes mega money and puts up one video every 6 months now. And he still makes mega money because of all his referrals and compensation and accreditate, and things that he'll do, whatever around. For me, I do it for a different group. You do it for your thing. I do it for a different group of guys. I do, and like I said, if the 250 to 500 people that are not able to get out, that are in the hospital or having the surgery and stuff, that's my group. If everybody else likes it, that's great. I appreciate it. But that key group, that's really my whole purpose and everything. Right. That's pretty much the only way Dad can see him now. So you watched him. What were we watching? We were watching you on something. Oh, the one you did it for me at Shane shows and stuff like that. That I want to get out there so bad all the time, but it always happens that weekend when I'm way down in. Did you butt dial?
You bored?
You butt dial something?
I
Didn't
hit
you?
the wrong button.
He's watching YouTube videos
down there in KY, and I just can't get back, and I keep missing.
Yeah.
Also, cruise into the ice cream social at Washington. Anyway, that one I've missed that one 2 years in a row. I gotta trying to get up there, so I'm going to get me a driver or something next year or something, or some way to be able to sleep, so that when I get back, I'll be okay, because I'm just too old. I'm just getting so old to be able to do it.
Well, I'd be your driver, but you are one hard person to drive for.
I'm a hard person to take video for too, right? You said that before too, because
he's just very meticulous.
I'm not demanding. I'm not demanding. But meticulous. I am. If you're going to put forth the effort, you know what I mean.
If you're going to do it,
time and effort. No, it's not necessarily that. Do it the way I need it. It may not be right. Like I tell them, I break 100 rules of photography every day, but I know that.
Yeah. There's
guys out there that are, and all the photographers want to bitch back and forth and complain about each other and all that stuff. I'm going, please.
Well,
shoot your stuff for what you're doing, enjoy it and love it, or
and YouTube
get
videos.
Out.
Half of the art is being on that side of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of the art is what you do off the camera that nobody sees.
Yeah.
That's where the real magic happens.
Well, there's a big difference, and there really is. There's a big difference between grain photography, which that's what I was trained in. That's what I know. Grain photography, digital photography, and now digital video.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference between all that, and there's a little crossover factor. Hey, we are not stepping on the keyboard.
That was Hootie though, so he's not that bad on.
But he's coming for food.
I'm trying to get him used to the harness.
Yeah, because you're probably going to have one. But anyway, there's a big difference on all that video. And when I go to do my composing, when I do all of my editing and everything like that, if I have things done a certain way, it takes hours off from.
Right.
If it's not done that way, it adds hours to the editing. And I don't have enough time to, and I don't want to be mean and say waste to do that. So when, like Keith or Mike or whatever, Sarah Joe, any of the people that I love and I appreciate what they do for me, if they carry it around, I'm going to give them examples. This is the way, see how it's framed in there? This is the way I need that to be framed and whatever. If you do that, when I go to edit it, it's so much easier. Right. And I don't have to go back and back and back and back. If I have to cut and blend and cut and button, it gets bad. But anyway.
I just wish my memory was good enough to remember everything you told me.
You do pretty good. We're going to work somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to work on upgrading because your DJI, the Action Wine.
There's something about it. The stability does not work.
Something's broken it.
The rock steady is turned on,
but it doesn't function anymore.
Yeah, it's still it shakes.
Yeah. Actually, I think it adds to it because it's bad. Because I even in editing turn my anti-shake and wobble on.
Yeah.
And if I turn it up too high, then it gets so fuzzy you can't even see the picture. But I got to find that right thing where it cuts it down enough to do whatever. But there's something wrong with that camera. Yeah, when you first got that camera for the first couple years.
Oh, I'm staying with an Osmo.
Oh,
I'm staying with it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I'll stay with DJI. Never GoPro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That Ace Pro isn't a bad camera for a cheaper camera. The Ace Pro 1.
Well, I've discovered over the years, after buying some cheap camera stuff, and then getting some good stuff, just go straight to the good stuff from the beginning, and you'll be a way happier person.
Yeah, at a reasonable price. Because there's a couple that I've been looking at. No, you can't have that. There's a cat here. You just can't see him. There's a couple I've been looking at, but we're talking between $600 and $800. I cannot, you know me, I cannot justify that expense for what I do for the people.
Well,
it's not benefiting. That would not benefit the people enjoying the film.
And my camera,
so they can't.
For what I'm doing, filming inside the bus,
you're not.
My little shake camera is fine.
Yeah, you don't even need an action camera for that. Well, that's totally different.
I need something different because my stuff isn't good enough now. So I will upgrade.
Oh, words of wisdom. Never
Mm-hmm.
listen to Tom Morris. Hey, don't pick on Chip Man.
Mhm.
You know what we're talking about?
No.
Chip?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's probably not even paying attention.
Oh yeah.
No, he's eating. He's got food. He'll be slobbering in that coma until the food's gone. Of course,
I'd say these chips are awesome.
they are.
They are good.
I have never had anything like that.
It's like
though.
eating sweet corn.
That is so.
I can tell already.
awesome.
I can tell already. I'm going to have to take
I had
take a laxative.
way back in the day when vapes were just really starting to get popular on the flavors. I found a vape that smelled exactly just or tastes exactly like buttered popcorn. And then there was another one that tastes exactly like a medium rare steak.
Well, they used to have chips that had ketchup
It was a
flavor
vape.
and pickle.
Can you
flavor.
But it's
imagine-
like you could only do so much of it because you could go into
Overload.
Oh yeah, way too much flavor.
Can you
for-
imagine the chemicals that they had to combine together?
And they're
Well,
going
that
all in
was
our
in the-
body.
That was
There's
in
a-
the early
There's
days
a
of
lot.
vape.
Look at that cap.
A lot of pressure there.
There's
Woo!
a lot of pressure in that puppy right there, buddy.
She's gonna blow.
You don't want to do that real fast. Be like a rocket ship.
I could paint cars with this. No, we used to have you take a canister, you put a tablet in it, a couple ounces of water and stuff, set that canister down.
Mentos?
No. And it made compressed gas, and we used to do the airbrush with.
Huh.
Yeah. Very similar to the cobalt lamps. Put the crystal in the lamp and light it, and it.
Okay, that's before my time.
I know. They
What they do now is they get pop like that and they put like Tums in it and it just explodes or whatever.
Mentos.
Mentos.
Mentos. Yeah.
Yeah, it reacts
yeah,
with
but-
it and makes it blow the heck up.
My thing was a memory of something real and educational and purposeful. Putting Mentos in a pop just to watch it boil over.
That's the way this country is.
I saw a video. Grandma put a Mentos in her mouth, took the bottle like this and dropped it in there, and flushed her sinuses, buddy. It was horrendous.
Mm.
I could tell big stories about early Coca-Cola too, but I can't do that on my channel. The stuff, like I said, the stuff in my head. Keith, you want some pop?
No, I'm good.
Digger?
We weren't gonna give you one anyhow.
Oh,
Digger?
I'm good. I brought my own.
I know that, but I brought some for everybody.
Mhm.
All right, fine. Be that way. Look, this is what happens when you let the pressure out.
Wrinkles. Huh.
Anyway,
It's getting old. It's got wrinkles.
so yeah, Keith got his car done, looking good, not bad. I think the guy did a fine job. I was worried about that, but I think he did a fine job. There are some other minor things that you'll need to do up, whatever. Are you going to get another daily so that you can just keep that one for show car events and stuff?
nah, I'll probably just keep that one.
You know, you can only do that so long,
I
especially
know.
with Ohio winters. I mean, that's your daily driver, and you've been driving it all these years in all this weather.
I know.
That's why that rusted like it did.
Plus, it's just Chevrolet.
Oh,
Sorry, my Ford's got almost 300,000 on it, and it doesn't look like that.
no, it's not rusted out like that. No,
Mhm.
no. But who do I have the conversation with? General Motors gets together the same way. Who is it? Oh, General Motors and all of the other key vehicles and stuff, the little vans and whatever and stuff
Yeah.
from overseas. They all pinch weld all that stuff together, all that fold over seam and spot weld, so pinch weld. And they know that the moisture is going to, they just know it's designed that way. All the Japanese cars and stuff in Ohio, that's why they're all gone, because they were never meant to have salt on the road. And we don't need salt on the road here. And we damn sure don't need that beet juice crap.
No.
That's straight acid. That is straight acid. Why do we have to repair our roads every 3 months?
Because of that.
That, and when they do fix them, they fix them with 3 inches instead of 19 inches of patch. So, but anyway. And again, I'm going to make this statement I've made many times in the past. The Autobahn. There are sections of the Autobahn that are still in primo condition, original condition, from when it was first laid. 9 feet. 9 feet thick. 9 feet. And when they made it that way on purpose, and that's the way and it's still there. Just saying. I gotta use both hands. I'm shaking.
They just don't build anything to last.
No,
anymore.
look at me. It's amazing that this has lasted this long with the crap it's been through. I go to some of the car meets and stuff, and I see some of the newer, and I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just saying, boy, they look rough. They look 90 years old.
Oh yeah,
they look older than me, dude. You cannot burn your candle with all that meth and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some heavy drugs and stuff out when I was young. Dude, in a week, those guys, no teeth, no nothing. They're just burned up. I'm just saying, you gotta live right or live wrong quick.
So it doesn't catch up to you.
Oh, there you go. Acetylene. Thank you, Kevin. Got to ask another mechanical engineer guy for carbide. Yeah, carbide. That's what it was. The carbide lamps is what my grandfather used. The carbide lamps because they used to mine coal. So Southern Ohio and in West Virginia and some parts of PA. He used to go to coal mines there, so they travel out and he'd go to coal mines and the carbide lamps. And I don't know who got all his stuff, but he had stuff from WW1, WW2. I can't remember, but he had a bunch of the old helmets and stuff like that, the Doughboy helmets and stuff that were his helmets that had bullet holes in them and stuff. And he said, yep, that close. But yeah, I don't know who got all his stuff and everything. But yeah, he had the carbide lamps. I used to play with that because there were chunks of it and stuff. And in science class back.
Well, I used to play with one when I was a kid, but I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, they're amazing. It makes us something.
Well, the one I played with was like a Zippo lighter. It had a little flint and strike thing on it.
Yeah, some of them did. Some of them you had to match lit them, and some of them were candle lit and stuff like that. So, but cars used to use the acetylene ones, where they had you put it in, mix it up, build up pressure. I think I still got those airbrushes that had the canister that we used to do that with. I've got canisters that we used to go and pump up with compressed air off of tanks and use those and set the valve. They didn't actually they had a bleeder valve on them. A lot of the bleeder systems and stuff would just bleed all the time. So instead of pushing the valve to start the air, you covered the valve to stop the air and force it out the nozzle, and it would bleed all the time. So your compressor would be going. It wasn't a piston compressor; it was a diaphragm compressor. So it was just pumping, and you put your finger over it, and that would force it across the needle. I never did show you all those that I made, all the airbrushes and stuff. I got so much crap someplace. I don't know where it is. I got, and for the people that ask me about the computers at one of the car shows, wherever I was, and I said I'd get you some. I'm working on it. I'll get them. I just, with the heat and everything, I don't go out to the lock houses and the storage facilities because those steel buildings are just cooking. And I can't dig back into them anyway. I got to work on a couple of other people's computers.
I got lucky. The storage unit that I just rented, that I'm going to move all this stuff into, it's a 10 by 25, but it has a garage door on both ends, so I'll be able to open it up and get a breeze through there.
Yeah, get some air. Yeah. One I got. What was that one I got? Is that it's a 12 by 30? The ones we've been in, one of them up there is the big one. I think there were 12 by 30s. Man, you outside's okay. You walk in, the deeper you go into it, the hotter it gets, and it's just like
an oven.
It's like I've been telling
you. You've been in them.
Electronics, I'm not putting any of that stuff at the storage unit because electronics will go bad.
Well,
super quick.
if you heat them up too much, the capacitors themselves will lose.
TVs aren't made to take
anything with a
changes.
cathode ray tube. The up and down will kind of screw them up. They'll actually start to clot. You get little trails where the inside of the tube, you see the dust, the little iron particles that are inside the dust, phosphorus, the little phosphorus and stuff inside it will get all screwed up. Yeah, it's really hard on them. But what else we got? I still think you ought to get another car, a little just rinky-dink. You know what you need is a little pickup truck.
Yeah.
Well, if you had just like a little S10 type or whatever pickup truck and everything, you could help a lot of your friends out. Moving stuff. And
if you don't want to help them, buy a van.
Why is that?
Because nobody ever thinks about the van as being bigger and
I don't know. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think there might be a law in Ohio about Keith in a van anywhere. I think there's an automatic APB in most towns. If he rolls in a van, I'm thinking it's one of those Amber things or whatever. I'm just thinking.
But if he lived in a van, he'd live down by the river.
Down by the river. Well, you're going to live down by a lake.
Many lakes.
Better than the river.
Yeah, we don't. Our lakes have.
You could take a bath in the lake. Just bring some soap.
Oh no, we're
no. Planet Fitness.
Oh, there you go.
Planet Fitness. You can go take a shower anytime, day or night.
We got you covered. Yeah, don't worry about it. Now you might
I'll be good.
need the porta potty.
Well, yeah.
Because early and late in the 3 o'clock in the morning, you're not.
I already got a bucket.
Just take it down there and dump it in the water.
Actually, I think I have a stool out of a camper sitting behind one of the buildings there on the
lot.
lot.
Are you sitting there?
Because I was going to make an outhouse when I was teaching my computer classes and doing all my training and stuff there with all the people who come out. I was going to make a little outhouse there because there was no way Mom was letting him in the house. And since my shop is built behind the barn there, so we're gonna have it there. But it didn't turn out. No windows, no questions in van. Yeah.
Except from the cheese man.
No, that's rocking.
That's for Kevin Fowles, KJ in Ohio.
Oh,
The cheese.
Well, if you see me at a car show and the doors are all shut, just keep on going.
if the vans are rocking, don't come
I
and
might
knock
be
it.
sleeping.
Yeah, I know what's going on. I've been there. I've watched some of that stuff. And I don't even have to stand on my tiptoes to look in the window.
If the van be a rocking,
That's mean.
He does. He's got to go.
if the van be a rocking, don't come and knocking.
No, they're really good at it. It doesn't rock.
Good suspension.
Wow, that's a mixture of my liver, the antioxidants, my liver medication, and that mountain river. That's gonna
open your pores.
Yeah, that's gonna open an anal cavity later. I know what that's gonna do. That's gonna mess me up. Yeah, just be careful out there with the heat and stuff because it's.
Yeah, they backed up some.
Don't drink and drive this weekend.
They backed up some of the football.
Cops are going to be on the lookout.
Well, they're doing their job, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
You shouldn't drink and drive. I mean, you shouldn't.
No, it's kind of stupid though. The only time they tell you don't drink and drive is during a holiday. It's like,
well,
you should never drink and drive.
We shouldn't have to be told.
Yeah, the rest of the year you can do it, but the holidays don't do it. That's what the seems like.
Oh, okay. I see what you're being facetious.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, so how?
No, he was.
They backed up some of the football games.
It's kind of hard to tell sometimes, but he was. But yeah, I mean,
they're so good.
Oh my goodness!
I've never had.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out. I don't know where to. Oh yeah, we'll have to. You said you're going to get a hot spot Is that
Oh,
what
yeah.
you said you're going to do? Well, you
There's
can
a
use
company
the-
called Connect 10
Yeah.
that is right now is a 6G, 7G. I don't know what it is.
6G's out, but yeah.
The highest you can get the cell phone internet with a hotspot. There's not a cell phone, but it uses cell phone towers. But it's the fastest thing out there right now, and it's like $50 a month.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys are saying they are uploading YouTube videos in about the same amount of time that it takes me on the fiber.
Oh,
So that's pretty quick.
well, your videos you don't do a lot of editing and composing in yours, so
Right.
rendering time is short.
Yeah.
And your uploads compared to mine,
Yeah.
because I mean, I'll have 32 gigs of data and so much in the rendering. So when it goes to upload, it
I've
takes
noticed
a long time.
when everything is all said and done on the video, I add the music to it. That ups its size quite a bit. Dang it. But the other thing is transitions.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Transitions really seem to.
It does. It takes a
power.
tremendous amount of data to cross that over. And you know how many billions of transitions I have in mine. So that's what I'm saying. That's why mine, I'll have 32 gigs of compressed data to upload.
Right.
You're talking 22 hours. Well, but over here it only took 2 hours, 3 hours, stuff like that at the most.
I mean,
but
for
still,
my videos, I don't think it's ever.
And that's rendering. That's rendering at less than 2K. That's rendering. At 1080p. So
1080. Yeah.
It's
Don has convinced me that it is not worth 4K videos on YouTube.
No, and I can show you the difference.
Doing it in 1080 is fine as long as you jack your resolution,
right?
You max out.
You tune your resolution to your upload and what you're capable of to YouTube's output.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing. Now, I'm not saying the 4K videos aren't great, but most of the 4K videos you see are 2 minutes, 30 seconds, whatever. That's when you can deal with
people
that.
Don't really realize what 4K means. It is not the clarity as much as it's like zooming out of the picture further.
So
you can
instead
see
of
more of everything.
Right. So instead of this at the same pixel ratio, you do this at the same pixel ratio means you go from 10 pixels per micron to 10,000 pixels compressed. It's still 10 pixels per micron, but now you're doing a larger version of that. And it looks better, but it's just like let's see, my 35 millimeter digital or 35 millimeter grain camera, my Hasselblad, which is a large format, it's a 4x5 grain camera. I can take that and blow it up 4 to 8 feet, and it looked just beautiful.
Yeah.
Whereas you take a digital without shooting it at a high resolution, if you take a digital and blow it up that big, it just all you can see is huge dots. Yeah. So when you stretch out, you compress that back down. It doesn't give you any more dots per micron, but it does give you more area.
On one of my other YouTube channels, the go-kart channel, okay, all those go-kart videos were all done back in the day of like
1040.
Right? 720 or something. I mean, it wasn't even, we didn't have, 1K yet.
No, yeah. Oh, no, yeah.
But I go and watch those videos now on my big screen.
And most of those are all square, right?
Pixelated.
They're all square.
Nasty because
they're not widescreen.
It's trying to blow them up to today's standards.
Oh, it can't, yeah.
But it's yesterday's standards video, so it looks all granular.
Well, that's what happens. Like a lot of the aftermarket in post, when you try and stabilize in post, if you don't use all that, when you go to stabilize in post and you just use normal, it's horrible. It'll get fuzzy and it looks like it's out of focus. Well, there shouldn't be any issue with focus on a lot of the action cameras because they don't have a field of view. They don't have an F. They have a fixed focal length. They're fixed focal length. Whereas your cell phone and other digital cameras will actually try and autofocus out. If you shoot on one of those and then go in and try and do the post stabilization, oh my gosh, it's like it'll snap.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Man, that's something I haven't even played with on videos. Is
Yeah.
trying to stabilize an existing video, something that's already been
Yeah.
recorded. But it will come in time.
Yeah, well, like I said, there's no. How many you got?
0.
Oh, but they'll cut. Yours gets watched later.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it later.
Well, I'm down to 4. I was up to 9 or 10.
Yeah,
So
we lost
yeah.
everybody.
We don't. We go off. We go on tangents and stuff. This isn't really even automobile related. I just wanted to spend another time over here with you guys in this and everything, and give them an update and let them make sure they know and go and watch yours and everything, because we never know, all of a sudden they even go, well, come he's not doing party bus anymore. I'll watch the videos and then but yeah, there's more coming up too. What next weekend? What's the next weekend? Daggone it, I wanted to bring my calendar over,
Greenville.
But for this weekend,
now Greenville rolling 50. I don't know if I'm going to make it up there, because with Dad being the way it is and stuff there, because there's a couple closer to home that I may go to.
And then Chip Band's got one.
Yeah,
The same day, I think.
The Gathering of the Geezers is no longer, but old time drag racers are taking that, or old time. Sorry, I don't know the exact name. I have the paperwork. I have it all scheduled, but I just don't remember. Pickheads is coming up, right? I need you to help me out, because Larry's Off-Road and Pickheads are running at the same time.
Irish Club.
The Irish Club's running on that day.
We know
too.
You'll be going to Larry's Off-Road.
Well, that's what I got to talk to you about. So if I take the truck and the trailer to Pickheads, park it, and you run me to Larry, because I can't get the truck, the trailer, and the golf cart and all that at Larry's.
That's tight. Yeah.
And you run me to Larry's for an hour-ish, then we can go back to Pickheads.
Okay.
And have the cart and everything to run around. And you really won't be any later, because you don't come in that early to Pickheads or any of them anyway. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So that way you could transfer, because it's only what?
I belong to you.
No. It's only like less than 3 miles down the road.
Yeah. Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's down the road and around the corner.
That's crazy.
On Wadsworth Drive there.
It's totally fine.
But I can't miss Larry's. Yeah. I mean, those guys back in the day when I was doing the Volkswagen stuff and Larry was getting started and moved to that new shop and stuff, there wasn't a weekend or Saturday, Sunday that if I wasn't off-road someplace, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Unless I was in Michigan. I mean, they helped me out so much. And I got to get with Ron, because Ron's still every day pumping them out, man. He is Larry's brother-in-law. He's a master Volkswagen mechanic. Absolutely a wizard on those motors, transmissions, and everything, suspensions. So I got to get with him, and maybe he can help me with the Flossie motor and stuff, because I need to get that redone. I've either just go ahead and bite the bullet and replace it for $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, or have him go through it, but it's still going to be $4,000, $5,000, $6,000.
Right.
So I can either buy and return a core and get one that's already done up, but it's not by him, it's by one of the other big companies. Or I can take my core and take it to him and have him just go through it. It's pretty much the same price. The only thing is, I don't really want to get rid of any of my cores, because all the cores that I have now, the half blocks that I have now, are all the good 70, 71, 72 AE blocks, which I prefer, with the dual relief valves and oil, everything in it.
But what are you saving them for?
To build, because they're original equipment that you can't get anymore.
How many do you think you're going to build from now on?
Who cares? They'll bury me with these SOBs. That's what I told Ron.
As long as you have them.
Yeah, I got it. If I don't have them, I can't do nothing with them. And you can't not get them anymore. You can get a lot of aftermarket stuff, and a lot of the add-on aftermarket stuff is good quality stuff. Yeah. But a lot of it is just garbage.
You got the original, you might as well keep it.
I think that goes for any parts for any car.
Pretty much.
Nowadays, it's just so hard to get good parts.
Especially if the car is older.
A lot of the bearings and bushings and stuff like that are all aftermarket. You can't find any OEM off-shelf parts anymore.
Especially how old the cars are now. I mean,
well,
parts out.
The Volkswagens, the early Volkswagen stuff. And I wouldn't even mind getting a 1300 motor, which is what 22 horsepower, 28 horsepower, something like that. A 1300 cc motor build up, just stock build up, single downport, single carb, just to put around in something.
Yeah, you don't have anything powerful.
28, 30 miles a gallon.
Yeah.
You don't think
You
powerful.
know, it doesn't want to go over 55, 60 miles
you
an
don't
hour.
need anything really faster than that if you're going on the back roads.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do is just cruise around. I'd love to have that put in a trike and just so it'll run all
Yeah,
day
you
and all
don't
that.
need
Just
high horsepower.
you know.
Yeah, just like a big golf cart.
Yeah.
Overextended golf cart.
Mhm.
Well, really, nowadays, we're talking about building an old car or something. Who cares what's under the hood?
well,
Because, well, I'm just saying, if your primary thing you do with that car is go to cruise-ins or car shows
Right.
and then go home,
Unless you're competing.
who cares if it's a 6-cylinder? You know,
Unless you're competing.
I
Or
mean,
something.
it's like it's not a race car if that's what all you're doing with it.
well, I have plans for the Gopher, and if I can gather these parts together and get one of the guys to allow me to use the shop for 3 or 4 weeks, the Gopher's going to go from it went from a 25 mile an hour vehicle to a 85 mile an hour vehicle. I'm not take it from an 85 mile an hour vehicle and make it to a 125 mile an hour vehicle.
But that'd be something.
Mm.
Oh yeah, yeah. But anyway,
You hit the interstate with that.
no, I'm not going to go in the interstate. No, I'll still just do Route 40, 571,
Yeah.
235, all that. I won't do 70, 75. No way, because the rear end's going to be actually the rear tires, between the rear tires aren't going to be that wide.
Hmm.
The rest of it, you know, anyway.
Yeah.
But
Be something to see though.
there's so much other stuff I have to take care of. So I mean, you know, I plan it out. That's why I keep what I have, because then I don't have to go buy it again. But Steve Coltice is hunting for a rear end for me. Brian was hunting for a rear end for me, but I don't have the men. But Steve said he knew where one was, so I just let him try. And I've got the motors, but they all need rebuilt.
Yeah.
So I got the big block in the dually, the 4-bolt main 350 in the van, and then I got a bunch of 6 cylinders and 4 cylinders. But I mean, the 4 cylinder is the same length as the V8, so I've got that room.
Yeah.
So, you know, and putting the 6 cylinder in it, I don't have enough room. It moves it back another 1.5 feet, and I don't want to do that. I'm already going to add 2 foot to the length of the Gopher.
Yeah.
So
I think we lost everybody.
no, we got 7. We went up a little bit. We went back up. Woohoo! But yeah.
Hi, everybody.
We're still here. Oh,
Wait a minute. Ain't nobody over there.
Oh, I know.
Hi. Hi.
Thanks for not watching.
well, it's Friday.
That-
It's football.
Digger's-
It's football Friday.
Yeah, Digger's running his simulcast. That's why you really didn't want to come. You wanted to sit on the couch and watch football.
I was thinking about going to the high school game because they backed it up till 8 o'clock tonight because of the heat.
Oh, so they
So
were
I
starting later?
Yes, I might just sit by the fence and watch the game. I don't know.
Oh, in your van?
No,
Dude, I don't know how you back in the day we would, you know, nobody thought anything of that. Nowadays, they get a guy sitting in a vehicle in the parking lot watching through the fence with a bunch of kids playing a game. That's just
well, everybody does that pretty much. Sit by the fence and watch the game.
I don't see that.
I don't
That's
go.
why
Sit in
everybody's
them,
scared of
I don't
everybody.
go sit in them stands.
Well, I always went to the stands.
Well, I did back in the day, but yeah, I don't go to a lot of the football games, but every once in a while. I mean, since I didn't go anywhere tonight.
My entire time consisted of going all the way to the top, finding the girls that were all grouped together, going down to the bottom, chatting for a little while, going back to the top, finding another group.
Mine was going up the top and somebody saying, "Hey, you want to go out and smoke?" Sure. And they go back down and go underneath the bleachers.
We just walk around. We would just walk around the bleachers. We wouldn't sit. We just walk around, watch the game, talk to people.
I watched the game every now and then, but
Since I didn't go anywhere nice,
I
it's too
didn't.
hot.
I liked
For me not to go anywhere,
I liked wrestling and girls softball. I liked that high speed underarm pitch.
Yeah.
My gosh,
Mhm.
Dad would watch that for hours. The football games and baseball games and all that stuff. But you know, man, those chicks are awesome. They throw that thing 73 mile an hour underhanded.
Yeah, I've watched it.
Wow.
I've just never gotten into sports.
Well,
To me,
that was the only ones.
Make sense.
Everything else, we'd always go to NASCAR or NHRA or anything. That's all, and that's what we're watching 90% of the time now that we got TV back.
Yeah.
We're either watching the John Wayne channel
Well, that's on this.
or some Motor Trend channel and stuff. I got him hooked on Roadkill Garage.
Oh, God.
Roadkill.
You guys are crazy.
Motor Trend, and what else? Oh, Mom's hooked on Catfish. Oh my gosh.
We heard what happened to the guy from Catfish. He broke his neck.
Hmm?
Yeah, he was on electric bikes,
Oh, there you go.
and he hit something, and he broke his neck.
Mm.
The guy that runs that show, I saw a video of it, and he's in bad shape.
Neve did. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
It
there
came
you
up on my phone, and yeah, he was that close to being paralyzed.
Well, here's the thing. Some of those electric bikes, they do 90 mile an hour.
I know. I don't know if he hit a car or
Come on.
or back of a
I mean,
car.
I
think he hit a back of a car.
I
It's
got
not like they get any training or anything.
no, and
It's just
my little scooter,
it's just like a moped.
I got jacked up to do 22 mile an hour. Oh my God.
It's just like a
Yeah.
moped, pretty much.
You don't need to go, trust me, you don't need to go any faster on one of those things and stuff like that. And the e-bikes, what makes them so dangerous is there's no weight to them. The battery's the heaviest thing. There's no weight to them, so you don't get any of that control balance like you do with a
What happened to
motorcycle.
pedaling like that?
You can still pedal.
Oh, you got
Yeah, the more pressure you put, the faster you go. You can set it up that way, or you can set it up to where you just flip the switch and don't pedal at all.
that's like a moped, pretty much.
Right, but the thing is, same with the cars. The little cars, they go boom because there's no the speed they're going at with the weight that they're carrying. There's nothing to give you anything to be able to control it.
Yeah.
It just pitches. You hit a curb too fast, too much momentum on a curb, it rolls over. Why? There's no weight to hold it down. Everybody go, we got to lighten weight them to make them more gas effective and fuel efficient. La, 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 la. But then there's no stability. Anyway, I'm just saying. 48 Buick, thank you very much. Nice and heavy, 3.5 tons, 6-cylinder, runs just fine.
I'm saying my Ford Flex was in the 5,000 pound range, 5,000 to 6,000 pounds.
But your
It's
traction,
amazing,
the way it's set up,
that kind of car that used to weigh,
Mhm.
3,800.
it's
4,000.
basically a flying brick. I mean, it's
Yeah.
but the way your suspension and geometry and stuff like that is, the wheel placement, it's just like the little bit older Pontiac wide track series cars. They're really stable.
Yeah.
The newer cars that broke his neck in a bike accident while heading to pick his son up for school. Yeah, because he's got the boy and the girl. Oh, there you go. When that happened, 2024. Wow. Yeah. So he was riding an e-bike to go pick his son up.
I think he hit the back of a car. I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. You hit those brakes, motorcycle of some weight.
That's what it was. The
Well,
brakes are-
You hit it like that, and as long as you don't pitch it over,
Yeah.
you're going to stop. You have more control when you hit like my little brakes right there. That thing will throw you off that thing really quick because it's got those little off. That's the same brakes on my scooter as on those mountain bikes, those e-bikes.
geez.
Yeah.
It's the same brakes. They're manual
Stop
disc
on a
brakes,
dime.
and they do. I mean, it's like and the only difference, they have those big tires. I got these little teeny tires.
So it doesn't take much to.
No, that's why mine will pitch over on two wheels really easily and stuff, because 300 pounds setting on top of something that doesn't weigh 55 pounds.
Yeah.
There's no way but it pitches over really easy. But once you get used to it, it's just like anything. I mean, it's just like anything else,
It takes
but
a while to
still.
get used to it.
Oh yeah, it took me years. I've been doing it on that one for 9 years. So it's just like it's my legs for 9 years to go.
Gotta
That's
have
the
a
only way.
steady finger. No,
Well, you've got to be able. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got have
you can't
some.
like really.
You got to have some talent.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't be a Nimrod on everything. Trust me, I've tried. I've fallen off of just
Or you can
about
just
everything.
go to Walmart and just jump on one and wreck the heck out
Oh
of it.
my gosh,
Let's
those
know it that way.
those are good for demolition derby because they're real low speed but tremendous torque.
Yeah.
Because they're made for hauling 500-pound people with 300 pounds of groceries. So it's like
When they got some weight behind them, when
I
they
know,
hit-
yeah,
they
that's what I'm
hit, they
saying.
won't keep going.
It's demolition derby.
Yeah.
I've seen them. They run into cars out there and just crumple. But again, cars that we have now is all crush zone. It's all
Be a fun
that.
place to work like third shift.
What, in the parking lot at Walmart? And
No, no, up there inside, driving, racing
Oh,
things
man.
around the store.
But they don't go
bashing
that.
into each other.
I'll tell you what. I bet you I can get them going faster.
We used to do that with golf carts. That
Well, we did it with fork trucks.
we did it at Daryl Uzzle's show downtown, Cruise Fest. Back when Cruise Fest was
Yeah.
downtown,
That was fun.
we'd
when
go
they had
down
it at the
there.
fairgrounds.
We would just stay all night, sleep in our
Oh,
cars.
yeah.
Well,
But-
yeah, they'd lock
But when everybody else was gone, we'd break out them go karts,
they'd
golf carts.
lock the fairgrounds up because that place got too wild. At
Dude,
night.
we were power sliding through wet stuff a
That's
foot
what we-
deep. I mean,
That's what we did with the fork
crazy.
trucks. This big Datsun dual wheel. So the front wheel, which was the carry wheels, were dual wheel wide, and one big single wheel in the back. And they'd wet the floors down, big concrete floors down in the paper factories and stuff
Power
like
slide.
that. And those 4-cylinder propane Datsun motors, oh my gosh, tremendous amount of torque. Yeah, you'd put it in the highest gear. You'd put it in the highest gear and pull back on the variable, so it would really wide open. You could just get in there and drifting. We were drifting before we knew what drifting was,
Yeah.
but it was rear steer, so it was easy to kick it around and then
That was fun to watch over at Killcare when they had the drifting.
when I was in the Army, we used to race and ride the floor buffers.
Oh yeah.
If you
You're
stand on
built for
and
that.
you lean your weight just right, man, you will fly down a hallway.
I used to, when I did the floors, when I worked for Kroger, stripping floors and doing all that, and then at the Sunnydale Camp for Wayward Children, we did that. Those guys, they would, can you run that? Oh yeah, I can run it.
Yeah.
They were bashing holes in the wall. That thing would get away from them and start to drag it. And they got instead of getting whiskey throttle, they wouldn't let go. And that's your levers is how it starts and goes. They wouldn't. They're dragging them. So this thing's on its side, just going. Zam! I bet it did 20, 30 mile an hour with that buffer going on its side.
I've definitely seen people get tangled up in them.
Oh, those guys that set on them and then they wrap up until it pulls the plug out.
That's a YouTube video.
Well, they were doing it before, but yes, before YouTube, but yes.
Yeah.
Stupid's been around a lot longer than YouTube. It just got more
getting extra stupid.
It makes me think of the Asian farm truck. Did you see when farm truck?
with the nitrous bottle? Oh my gosh. Everybody goes, oh, that was fake.
No, that was not fake.
Asian goes, nearly killed me. Nearly killed. Because his little arms, because he's a little guy too. I mean, he doesn't weigh nothing. And it kicked him up. He was flailing.
Oh,
You put a nitrous bottle on a chair.
He put two nitrous bottles on the chair and popped the caps off of them, and it's
one was facing one way and one
That's like
facing the
something
other, so it blew him around.
It's like something you see on Jackass.
Well, they used to do things like that in military before the aerospace and everything. Oh my gosh, those guys, their eyes were bleeding. They're just from every orifice, whatever. It's a wonder it didn't tear him in half. But luckily, he was in the center. So if you're in the center, you don't get as much inertia. The farther out you get,
force, it's throwing it backwards.
Right. Yeah. So if you spin in the center, you're good. That's why everybody watches the skaters and all that stuff. How they spin so fast and then they stop and they're not dizzy. Yeah. Well, it's like if you stay in the center. If you were out around the outside, like those big things that keep you to the wall when they
the roundups.
You get off of those and it's like
I've been on those. Yeah, it messes you up when you get off.
I wouldn't be within 5 miles of one of those if you were on it. Because I'm sure that vomit factor.
Wasn't vomit, but I was awful dizzy when I got off.
We're down to 3, but it's good. I appreciate y'all.
All 3 of you.
I know. I appreciate everybody. I really do. There's a lot of guys out there working really hard right now. The guys, the whole Ratsville crew and the cruisers and all those guys, they're working hard.
Bobby's guys got to be sweating out there. I mean, the shop is air conditioned, but
but
you have to open it up. doors to let vehicles in and out.
Yeah,
So
and those steel doors that don't seal well and steel transfer that heat in the outside. But luckily his
he's the north side.
right,
He's
his
facing north.
right, his doors are facing south. The office and all the parts department stuff's facing out
Facing
the
north.
Highwood.
Yeah.
So that's where it gets all the heat and sun and everything. So
Yeah, because this area here, the south side of everything is what catches the heat.
Right.
Like the south side of my house,
north side, south side, yep, south side.
South side.
Yeah, that's where my door is.
The south side of my house looks like crap. That roof is
from
so
from
old.
the heat.
Front looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get the shade there.
Well, we get all the pollen. We've got a tremendous amount of the problems with the pollen and stuff out there. That's what eating it. Well, that's what's on both mom and dad's vehicle and the truck and all that stuff. It's all that pollen gets down there, and then the sun comes out, and then any moisture, whatever, in the morning that comes up, because it's all gravel out there.
Yeah.
And man, it that stuff's growing. I got lichen patches. I expect to see reindeer out there pretty soon eating the lichen off the vehicles.
Colton lives up there, he lives up north somewhere, but I can't remember where. But yesterday I had to tell him that he was in competition with you because his van is starting to grow stuff on the outside just like yours.
Have you haven't seen the dually lately?
Oh God, I imagine
it's got platelets that look like
a petri
dish. The fungus that grows on the trees and stuff and everything, all that lichen, and that's what's growing in. And I'm amazed. I keep thinking, man, if I could just get 25,000, I could take that in and have it totally gone through, so I could get it not quite rotisserie redone, but pretty close to it. And for 25,000, I have a $90,000 vehicle because that's what they want for those 3+3 dualies that big that'll haul anything with the it's got a gooseneck hook on it and a tow hook on it.
Yeah, you can't find them around.
So
anymore.
no, 90,000. You go get a new one, and you can't get one cheaper than 90,000. Period. Man. So if I could get 25,000, so have a big block with whatever, and I even thought about playing the whole thing about just taking the big block out, the 454 out. Yeah, because my Pontiac was a 455. The 454 out and just putting an LS3 in.
Yeah.
20 mile a gallon, and because it only gets 9 now with that big block in there and stuff like that. Put the LS3 in there, 20 mile a gallon with more power and whatever. I just hate the electronics I have to add to it. But take that big 120 gallon gas tank out of the bed and just leave the saddle tanks in. I think it's got 40s, twin 40s, and the saddle tank or whatever stuff. I know they used to be able to fill it up, drive all the way to the Mississippi River before they had to fill up again. But then it was, even back then, almost $1,000 just to fill it up. But 9 miles a gallon. Rawr, GM power.
Well, it costs $1,000 to fill it up.
Because of all the tanks, it had extra tanks added to it and everything like that. So, but I still, like I said,
last time you filled it up, gas was probably $1.50 a gallon.
It was less than $2. Yeah, less than $2.
There's places less than 3 around here.
Yeah. I remember during gas wars, I think the cheapest I ever saw gas was during the gas wars was 25 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was good gas. Lead. Had lots of lead in it. Now you gotta.
That was 25 cents though.
That was during gas.
We all grew up on.
Yeah, that was, dude. I have swallowed so much gasoline, so much gasoline. Just. I was siphoning out of the big tank. The pump broke. I was siphoning out of the big tank, whatever. Anyway, I burped for days.
Dude, I've been there and done that. That is.
Oh my god. And that was straight up 100% pure octane lead. Yeah. But anyway.
Cleans the pipes.
We're down to 2.
I tried siphoning something once, and that was the only time I've ever tried it because I drank too much of it to ever do it again.
Well, I did it for years, but something happened just that one time. What I hated was when you went to siphon and somebody jiggled the hose like that, and it just burned.
My dad was a pro at it. I saw him do it for years. Never get in gas.
Gene Simmons did it forever. So
Yeah. I used to be able to take and put the hose down and put my thumb on it and hit it
Oh,
like
yeah.
that
Yeah.
and pull it up and then put it down and pull it, and it just. But that's back when when your gas tank was that big around. Now they made that little teeny,
Yeah.
so you can't put diesel in whatever, or people can't siphon your gas. Bull.
Oh, they find ways.
Well, how they were doing it a lot of times to do it quickly, they took a bucket, one of the big tall steel paint buckets or spackling buckets that they used to be steel.
Yeah.
They put a spike. They pick your car up, slide that under the gas tank like that, let it set down on it with that spike, come back in a couple hours, lift the car up again, pull that out, and that thing was full of gas.
Yep.
Of course, now you had a hole in the gas tank, but
They're still
they
doing
didn't care. Yeah, oh yeah, they still do a lot of it.
Just like stealing the catalytic converters now.
Yeah, that's something else. They got new tools. They got that one with that chain that goes around it, and it's powered.
Yeah. How's that up there? I don't have to worry about my van.
Well, they haven't taken any of ours off yet.
Oh, okay. The flex, I can't get to those. Those are part of the exhaust manifolds. But
yeah, most of them have
the
shields.
van, I'm surprised this one hasn't been stolen yet.
Yeah, we don't really need it, but
No.
you don't want nobody.
If it gets stolen,
Yeah,
I'm just going to straight buy it.
You should be fine because there's not what it used to be. We went through a spell there, but we kind of got some of that straightened out. But yeah, there's all kinds of surveillance right across the street.
Well,
So she's got full cameras
I'm
everywhere.
bringing my own.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mhm.
This is fine.
You could be like a fortress.
Well,
I got 6
the people
cameras that are
across
going to be active up
the
there.
people across the lane had issues with a criminal element, and he will probably not see the light of day for another 25, 30 years. So
Running him out of town, huh?
no, he's I think he's doing his time in Kentucky now. It was doing it for Ohio time, then he had to go to Kentucky, and then while he's in Kentucky, they found out, well, he's got this more in Ohio. So when he finishes the 25 years there, he's got to go back to Ohio.
Just take him to the train station.
No, he's lucky he made it to jail. That's that because there was people hunting for him. But no, there's surveillance all over now. She's got all kinds of cameras and stuff. They got surveillance for the squirrels. So they got these strobe lights.
I'm going to have a hot spot in the van, and I've got my camera system here at home.
Yeah, all runs wireless. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to hook it up in the van.
Yeah. Yeah. There's big pole lights.
That was my phone.
There's big pole lights there, and the motion sensor lights that I've got set up all over. Now I got four more. I can't remember now, but it's well over 25 raccoons.
Oh,
and
I'll make sure I keep the windows on.
Yes, well over 30 plus possums that I've gotten just this year.
All right,
not counting the squirrels.
That's going to be a little bit different for me.
Not counting the squirrels and the groundhogs. The groundhogs, I've gotten one out of all the ones that are there. I need help with a couple of capture devices that I can't set myself.
Yeah, my
hands aren't strong. I bought the tool to do it. I still can't do it. That's how strong they are. Anyway,
we're gonna have some fun.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a blast. What we will have to do is where you're going to park. We'll have to move the graveyard. We'll have to move the graveyard out when you park there because I don't want you to have to smell the. Oh, we got a new pet. She showed me on the security cameras. It's about that tall. And got about like an 8.5 foot wingspan. There's 2 of them.
Feels like an eagle or something.
No, it's buzzards. The big buzzards, not the big ones. The big buzzards. Yeah, the big ones.
Yeah.
So those are new added there, and she sent me a bunch of pictures. I don't know if I can pull them up or not, but they're there because of the graveyard.
So Bobby was telling me.
So they're bald eagles.
One of them on his property last week or last whatever. But he said immediately as soon as that thing dropped dead, it stunk the place up so bad.
That's on our. That's the pole behind our house.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah, he
those,
says
those
it
buzzards?
Yeah,
immediately.
these are the big ones, not the little. These are the big ones.
Yeah.
So they got 8-foot wingspans.
Dude,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
that'll take care of your critter problems.
no, they don't kill
Bobby had
live
one
stuff.
that
They only
swooped-
take the old, dead stuff.
Bobby had one of them big ones swoop down and was trying to grab his daughter.
Now we've got the big hawks. So not the little red tail, whatever, the Ohio ones. I don't know where they're coming from, but the big ones. So every time we go to take Mini Dog out, she sees a shadow and she starts to scurry and stuff like that. So I have to watch Dad because he's not real observant what's going on, and they're the big ones. So he'll go out there and there'll be just big piles of fluff from rabbits or cats or whatever.
Wow.
They're carrying them off. They're eating them and carrying them off and stuff. So yeah.
Wow.
Critters, we love critters.
Be careful leaving any cats out.
Yeah, the cats, and there's feral cats. You won't have to worry about cats. There's 30, 40 cats that live down the lane. So you go down the end of the road. No, not clear to the end of the road, but one section
I'm
down.
just saying, I'm bringing two of my own.
Oh, that's fine with me, but there's a mess up. So they'll come to your,
Imagine, I don't think Crystal will go
Welcoming
outside very
committee.
often, but
yeah,
I have a feeling Hootie will probably be
probably want to.
on the harness hanging out with me when I'm building stuff.
Yeah, you know. Put him on one of those retractables. So
Yeah.
when he comes to the end of it, you can hit that button. It goes, wing, wing, flying cat. Knowing him, he'd probably go, hey. No, that'd be Squirrely. Squirrely would be going, yeah, Superman. I got two guys left watching. Thank you so much for putting up with this craziness. Appreciate it. But anyway, so things take and change. Change happens. That's the only constant in life is change.
I always told people, and now it's proving true, nothing lasts forever.
No, it's the only constant thing. But I feel there's some tense issues that I'm worried about with you, but I feel it's actually a very good thing for you because you have been taken advantage of by your employer for many, 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 many years. And I think a lot of that stress of not having any release, having to get up, do this, go to sleep, get up, do this, go to sleep, get up, do this, and just being, it's kind of like I tell people all the time, milking cows 2 times a day for your entire life. Yeah. And you can't go anywhere. No vacations, no trips, no nothing, because you've got to be there.
And that's the way that was.
Yeah.
And now it's so weird. I go to bed at midnight and then I wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's like, man, I've got the whole day.
I don't have to.
Because before, the way my sleep was
you're splitting days.
I felt like I only had about 4 hours a day to really do something.
Well, because then you have to rest or get ready to do something again. And
I just didn't realize how much of an impact it had on my life.
I told you. I love being that guy. I told you.
Shut up.
Need to get out and do stuff. Have fun. Whatever.
What's that?
A lot of chips in there.
No, I was just bringing it towards the edge.
Oh, I think he likes the way it jigs.
Hey, I kind of do. We're going to work. I got that one scooter. I'm going to try and work and figure out if I can convert the new lithium-ion batteries, find some new lithium-ion batteries for the 12-volt, because it takes 2 12-volt deep cycle or medical grade batteries, which run the deep cycle, the heart machine and all that stuff. I want to see if I can convert and find batteries for that. If I can convert that battery over, then you can put that scooter in whatever, and it's rear wheel drive. Well, it's one wheel drive, one wheel or the other. So it's got an open diff. And you can put that and carry
up.
Well, yeah, we'll see. It's because it's got a nice big seat on it, big swivel seat and stuff like that. And it's got a forward and reverse, and it doesn't have any. It's got a variable speed on it, but I kind of cut the wires off that, and it's just because you don't. that variable speed was crazy. So if you ease into the throttle, that's your variable speed. What they were doing was mashing the throttle all the way and controlling your speed with that dial. Hell with that. The hell with that. I want it wide open. So if you mash on it, you get wide
you have
open.
control.
Yeah. So you had thumb control. So anyway, if we can get the batteries for that, I just got to get them, find them reasonable, because there's any of the lithium ions or the lipo 4s and stuff. You're looking at $300, $400, $500.
Yep.
So see if I can get it to where I can convert that over to that. Then you can use that all the places you go and stuff like that, and then we can fix it up, jack it up, put ape hanger handlebars on it, a sissy bar, and all kinds of stuff. That way you can
Put a
use
recliner on it.
you can use that on places where you can use it. It did okay off road, no suspension whatsoever. So it's that.
No.
But we'll try and do that. Get you set up with that. So I just got to find the proper battery conversion for it.
I will say, now that I've got, many hours a day to work.
Yeah.
Whereas before, like I say, I felt like I'd 4 hours a
You were
day.
shoehorned into a small portion.
My leg does tend to get very tired.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can describe it. My hip just gets tired.
Yeah.
And then walking becomes a little bit labored.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. So we'll try and get that. If I can get the batteries and get it converted over, then we can wire it up to where, it's a speed where you can go. Ultimately, you probably could change the diameter. We could extend the forks in the front so you could put a bigger tire, and if you cut the wheel wells off, the back should be able to put bigger tires on it. Just find the right ID, the inner diameter of the shaft and the keyway, and put bigger tires, balloon tires on it. So it would do. But the thing is with that is when you go to take off, that sucks a lot more of the juice because has to
That's
try and torque over.
right?
No, it's rear wheel drive.
Oh, okay.
So it's an open diff in the back and everything like that. So, but it's not as lightweight. It is a little heavy because the motor transmission
That's
is
one of the
pretty
things
stout.
you're just going to kind of have to
Well,
help it whenever you're starting off.
Well, you take the seat off and put it in, then you take the battery pack out and you put it in, then you take the thing and you put it in. So it's not like my 55-pound one where you just grab the whole thing and set it down.
Yeah.
But those are $3,000, and well, if you can't get this one, there's a bunch of other ones out there that we will try and look at stuff. But we'll get you something so that you can pull up and ride whatever, walk whatever, do whatever, or be like me. So it helps really. Like I had him go down a row and then walk around the cars and then have that there so I can get back on it to even sit down for a little while.
Yeah.
But once you get out on the show field like that and you're walking, you're clear from wherever. There's no place to sit down. If you can sit down for a while, it eases up. It does on me anyway.
Right.
It eases up. So if I can sit down for a while or ride the scooter for a little bit, then I can stand back up and go a little bit. Can't walk very long. And in this heat at all, at all, I did my lungs and stuff totally shut down and whatever. But yeah, it works.
I think we wore out our welcome.
I don't think we were ever welcome. We were pitied, but we were welcome and stuff like
I think
that.
we were talking to ourselves there for a while.
You ain't been doing nothing.
Well, I didn't have anything to say, really.
He's just here for the ambiance. No, he's here for the food. He didn't know we were having food. Nobody knew we were having food. I didn't know we were having food.
I got a problem with staying out of these chips.
I know you're going to. Now you've got a new addiction.
Oh.
And the nice thing over there is there are at least 2 places you can walk to if you wanted to get snacks. More or less. Or we get the thing.
That's one thing that will be a little bit different is right here I am in such a convenient spot.
Yeah,
I can be anywhere and he rides. And
well, it's not too bad out there because you're pretty much at the crossroads of 235 and 70.
Yeah.
So you can pretty much be whatever. Oh, that's another thing too. It'll be a minute, but once they get Bucky's done, you all can steal this idea if you want, but I'll be there all the time. I'll call it like Tuesday night at Bucky's or Wednesday or Thursday night at Bucky's, I'll just go down there and turn the camera on and set on my scooter and just.
It's gonna be like
tool-
Walking Dead.
It'll be like
It'd
just
be like the people
an
at
out-
Walmart.
that's what I was gonna
but
say.
Outside of that,
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say it would be outside Walmart, more or less, because they're going to put that whole the whole mini mall there and everything. So you all can steal it if you want. Still my idea. I don't care. I'm going to go there and everything.
So
So
a lot of personalities there.
there will be a lot, and they have no idea.
It's like
Listen,
120 pumps or something
Yeah.
about.
I went to one.
200,
Okay, well,
200 pumps,
God,
and
that's crazy.
and they have a listing. I think 9 to 16 electric pumps.
God.
So they're going to
This
those
one's gonna have
cars
200 pumps.
200 pumps.
No, the one I went to had 120.
This is the largest. Will be the
This
largest
will be the largest that they've ever built.
continental
Yeah.
United States. This is the largest one they've ever
Even bigger
built.
than the ones they had in Texas.
This is the
gonna be- they're
largest
building a
one.
flagship here.
Yeah.
is what it is.
This is the largest one. People don't understand about Ohio,
I didn't know.
like Speedway. This is ground central
Yeah.
for Speedway.
Yeah, 'cause
this
they
is
got the corporate
Speedway
office.
headquarters
Pepsi-
is right up the road.
Pepsi and Coke.
Yeah.
They
I didn't know it was going to be the biggest
Because
one in the world.
you can go north, south, east, and west on on the major highways from here. That's what the whole thing
Well,
about
yeah,
Hawaii. That's
Crossroads, yeah.
that's why
Much like
they.
Crossroads of America.
Yeah, that's the.
I didn't know it
hold
was
on.
going to be the
Thing
biggest
is,
one.
Yeah.
I've told people this many times. The Crossroads of America is not I-70 and 75.
No,
like
no.
everybody thinks.
No, it's 40.
It is 40 and 25A,
Right.
Yep.
which is only
The oldest.
a block away from 70.
Yeah,
and
those are the
75.
oldest. The oldest east, west, north, south.
Yeah.
Those are the oldest.
But pretty much
that
you
is-
can go anywhere in the country
Yeah.
by
Mhm.
taking one of those four
Yeah,
routes.
Just takes a lot of time.
One of those four roads.
Well, you can do mostly 55 mile an hour, but you go through so many towns because that was the whole thing. It brought life to all of America by doing that. All these small towns. The thing is, they go, well, it takes so much longer. We can get express faster if they don't stop through
But
any
you miss
town.
all the. You miss
Yeah.
all the.
Well, that's it.
Well-
No ambience. No,
Well, the
no,
highways-
nothing
It's
to
just
it.
like Route 66.
The highway system was built for the military to get around.
Right.
So they had a quick way to get from
Interstates,
here to there.
right? Interstates, yeah.
And then they let the public use them.
Yeah.
You know, and then it just became normal. But
Just like Route 66.
that was the original reason the highways were there, was they were built because they needed to be able to land anywhere in the country at any time. You know.
Yeah, a lot of the 70s and 75, the reason they're built the way they are, large military aircraft can land on them.
Yep.
Ta-da. Nobody knows, but ta-da.
That makes sense.
No, ta-da.
True.
Yeah. And they can have base camps all the way up and down on the road to where they can run tanks and
Mhm.
survival stuff and run from any direction from that all the way up and down. So it cuts right through the center of the United States and goes right through the most populated areas. When you get out west, there's nobody there.
Right.
So, yeah. But yeah, they have no idea what they're in for. The area where they're building that
Is,
looks nice and serene and peaceful.
Yeah.
Oh my
There's
goodness.
going to be some interesting videos.
They have no idea of the groups of individuals that live all the way around where they're putting.
or the ones that they're going to bring in.
I do. Oh yeah, it's going to even get even worse and stuff. I've been there since '63.
We
I
already,
know what goes on there.
we already know the people that work there are probably going to be
Everybody's going to have to be armed.
not having all their front teeth.
Well, yeah, everybody's they're going to have armed security there. If they don't, they're stupid.
I'm not arguing.
I'm telling you, because where they're putting it is my back door.
You might watch it.
I'm telling you what, like I said, I've been there since '63. I've been through every
But
phase
I'm not really
of
saying
disarray in that whole area.
that area up there though really is not there. There's a lot of areas that are way worse. I mean,
Inner city. The reason they don't know about that area is because no one talks about it. That's the truth of it.
They will
No
now.
one talks about it.
Well-
No one reports it because we take care of our shit. Sorry.
Yeah,
We take
well,
care of our business out there. By the time the sheriff or the state highway patrol gets there and stuff, it's already gone,
Done deal.
scrubbed over and washed clean.
Like your own neighbor to watch.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's what I'm saying. We don't have the issues that we used to have. There's been fluctuations there.
Yeah.
We had the
Like you clean up your own mess.
yeah, pretty much. We make a lot of sausage.
Well,
just
that's and for me though.
Yeah,
I'd rather be in that area.
Oh, absolutely. That's where I'm
than
going.
an area like right here. Because right here we got too many Karens in this place.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Everybody wants to be in everybody's business. Usually out there, it's not like that. It's if something goes, if you're out there and you're wrong, dude, you better get gone.
Yeah.
If you're wrong, you better get gone. If you come out there to
like
Karen or Kevin or whatever, or
like
bitch, or say, hey, you can't do that, you better get gone.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I don't know nothing. That's my story, and I'll sign a deposition. I must have blacked out. I don't know. I'm old. But no, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be. I wish him all the best. I mean, that's cool and whatever. I honestly can't see the need for 200 gas pumps.
I thought it was going to be just like regular 120. I thought that was big.
Yeah, I had heard 120 is the biggest gas station they have right now is 120.
Yeah.
But I had heard that they were talking about making this one
It's going to have like
a record
one of the
breaker.
big car washes too, like the.
Yes, have you been out there?
The car
have
wash
you been out there
and
seen what they've done?
I still haven't seen it when I
It's
drive
like
by.
the size
You
of
can't.
Myers.
Oh my gosh, they've taken up a truck patch. 4 truck patches. That's 4 full-size fields are gone. The lake that was created there to do all the digging for the bypass and freeway and stuff, where they dug all what they needed, it's pretty much gone. They're going to use it now for the drain pit, because at all big things like that, you have to have a drain pit where you get water instantly or whatever. It's huge. Whole one side of the road from the highway all the way down to Gerlaw Road, so it's just coming into Clark County, is flat and gravelled and packed down and getting ready for foundations to be laid. It's huge.
I just don't see it.
I always wanted that property to put a campground, because I thought it was right off the highway.
Yeah.
It had its own lake. It's surrounded by woods. It's huge.
I'm with you. I just don't see the need for it, but
Well, we've got all the Casey's that have 15 gas pumps, or 15 on one side, and then all the
right and the left.
Yeah. So we've got all those, all the Marathon stations, all of the
We got too many
Valeros.
You got Walmart, you got Myers.
We got. Listen, when you get more gas stations than
gas? Go to Dayton.
No,
We got it all.
We got more gas stations than pizza places. There's a problem.
Yeah.
It used to be a pizza place on every corner, but that's back in the day when, they said, get a less than 30 minutes, they'd get it right there and stuff like that. And now, you Cash App or whatever they got, and they bring it out to you and stuff.
DoorDash or whatever.
It's just crazy. I don't want someone delivering my pizza that I don't know who it is. Of course, I don't eat pizza anymore either and stuff like that. So, still. What we got? 4 back. We're back up to 4. Oh, Triple B. Hey, what do we got? Good morning.
That's Scuba Steve.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can pull it up on this computer or not. Daggone, Steve. Did anybody post your boot dance? Wait a minute. Maybe I can pull it up here. I don't know if I can pull it up here or not. Oh, look. I'm shedding again. Steve was at, what thrift store was that, Steve? Was it the Salvation Army? Oh, man. I don't think I have it on here, Steve. Daggone it. Do you have it on your, daggone it. It's hard for me to do this. Hey, Frisch's. People with Frisch's. Yay, Frisch's. Steve, did you post it anyplace? I know. Can you send me the video again?
It's been a while since it's been 96 at 7:30.
Send it to me on Facebook Messenger.
That's crazy.
Can you do that for me, Steve?
We just don't get that around here. First time in 80 years they said it's been this one. 80
Yeah,
years.
Mom recognized that it was a goodwill.
I lived here 30. So I've never seen this. That's crazy.
Yeah, if you can send it to me on Facebook Messenger.
Oh, we had
Global
we had
warming.
like 107 a couple years ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oop.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I'll
wasn't-
say a couple
Steve
years ago.
Colt has-
Yeah, but wasn't like
15.
3 or
Look,
4
watch
days in a
this.
row.
Is that Steve?
Hang on. Ah, come on. I get this shakiness is something else.
What is he wearing?
That's Crystal laughing.
What are those, like big boots?
Them some big boots to fill.
Those big camo boots.
I say, yo, mama, but in this
Chris-
case, your Steve
Yeah.
wears combat boots.
Crystal was like, she said she laughed so
People in the
hard.
store go, "You need to leave."
Crystal said, there he is. Look at this. Those are camo boots for like duck blinds or whatever that you
Oh,
put on
okay.
over top of your
God.
regular boots. And I told him, I said, is that a fanny pack or are you just happy to see me?
I like fanny packs. Oh, well, I'm weird.
Oh, for ice fishing. Okay. Yeah, the camo one. Yeah, there you go. Steve, you gotta love him. I mean, what else could you do?
He's one of a kind.
Oh, yeah, that's what they say about me. Then lots of people are
What they
thankful
say
for
about
it.
you too.
Well,
Yeah,
that's-
they're very thankful. Yikes.
yeah. The shows would miss me if I wasn't there.
It's hot out there. 99
It
degrees.
says 96 on my phone.
Let's see what mine says. 94.
It's never been this
Too
warm
hot.
this late.
Do you drive your vehicle that has air
Yes,
conditioning?
the truck. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed I did. Thank you, Steve. That's some funny stuff there,
That is
brother. Duck boots.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's another place where I'd like to go to video is the Salvation Army or any of the thrift stores because we donate to a whole bunch of different ones around. Because you never know if you go to one, you just keep going to one store, you don't know if it all goes to the same. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So we want to make sure that it goes to all around. And that's another place to video. Woo-wee! Walmart ain't got nothing on the Salvation Army, let me tell you.
That's true.
But Mom and I will go there, buy something, take it home, use it, or Dad like puzzles or games for Dad for his
Bring it
brain and
back.
stuff, and then take it back and donate it again. 6 months later, go, hey, let's try this. I go, after we bought it, I go, you know what?
You're just renting it every once in a while.
I know. We're just leasing it and giving it back and stuff to him. I said, we got this 6 months ago. We go, oh, we did, didn't we? Dad doesn't know. So, hey, if we keep it at the house, whatever.
That was the one thing about right after those strokes, I had this thing where I could watch a TV show that I know for a fact, say it was a Law and Order. I know for a fact I've seen this episode.
But it was something new each time.
But it was new every time I watched it.
Yeah, that's why, Dad, we watch the Gunsmoke channel and the John Wayne channel and stuff like that because each one's a new adventure.
I've never seen that one before. Yeah, you did.
20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But,
That's how I am. That's how I am anymore when I watch TV. It's
Steve
like,
said
oh,
he's-
squirrel.
yeah, Steve said he's ready for the bash. I am too, brother. I want to just go out there.
He's referring to Monday.
Yeah,
If it won't be hot like last
the
year.
big Labor Day bash at Brian Mann's at
It was kind of uncomfortable there last year.
yeah,
It
this year
was
being
pretty- yeah.
at Evans. This one here. Oh, look, there we go. At Evans Family Ranch. So that'll be Monday. I'm gonna get a lot of video, but I'm gonna sit on the back of that cart and just watch everything happen.
Well, you know what I'm going to do, but we can't
What
can't
do you-
discuss any of that.
Oh, okay. You may or may not be able to remember the airport's right there.
That's true.
I have done it up there before.
We'll
That
see.
does not mean that
Yeah.
I can't do it again.
Yeah.
They can put up an invisible wall right in the middle of the place at any time, and the drone will go yep and not be able to go through the invisible wall.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Like a force field.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay, I'm still thinking, and I said this once before, and the only downside to it is we won't have audio. I still think I ought to make a handle for your drone to where you could take your phone, like I do with my neck thing, turn it on, start recording, and carry your drone around and video with that gimbal, because it's no different than my Osmo Pocket. It's the exact same.
It's same guts and brains and
It's
everything.
that model. Those two models are exactly the same thing.
Yeah, just one has wings.
The newer ones
one
are
has
much
props and one don't.
right, and it just doesn't have sound.
Yeah,
is the only. But you could do any video. You just won't have your commentary.
Well, that's where you use like a DJI mic that you can record audio only on and merge it back into video later.
Yeah, but to try
kind of like a voiceover,
right? To trying to get it to sync up, and then if any
that's where you got to do the at the beginning of your videos.
Well, I do, but you never see them because that's not what's supposed to be done. Oh, you're not supposed to see them.
That's what everybody does.
No. You're not supposed to see them. That's what I'm saying.
No, you're not supposed to see it, but everybody does it.
But that's how I do. When I do all of my quad, so my 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, that's got to be synced. On my old equipment, I can only sync one channel to one channel. All the other ones and stuff, I have to go in and I have to adjust them every time something changes. I know it's a pain, but that's how I do my multiple stuff. Those are the ones I'll be doing this winter, all the shop talks and everything. So I still got people to get out to.
Yeah, in case you guys don't understand, this thing is whenever somebody starts the video, their segment that they're going to do, if they've got an externally recorded
they do marks. So they do marks and time marks.
Only audio, then their video doesn't need to have sound, but they have to have a way to sync
the
video and the audio together in the software. So you do that and you line up the class.
And if you have to do that, if you have to do that more than once per video length,
so you're not delayed.
Oh my gosh, it's such a pain in the ass to get it to link up.
I've never separated video audio, so I have not had to mess with it.
He says you need a ride in the pie cart.
Heck yeah, I wanted to.
I know, I wanted to too, but
it's so cool.
It's not a 3/4 ton pie cart, so I couldn't get in it.
It's my size.
Well, I think it's your size.
Listen, okay, so it's a 125, isn't it, Steve? So it's a 125, 3 speeds forward, 1 reverse. We need to take that motor. I'm telling you, we need to take that motor and find your body, build a frame, and get you something that that you can put in first and second and go slow.
Yeah.
And just put it in gear and just putt around videoing.
We're talking about I wanted to build a van go-kart.
Yep.
All I need is a body. I can build everything else.
If anybody has a fiberglass or even a urethane shell or
the body is hard to come by.
What's the polymer plastic? The PVC? It's
polystyrene.
No, polystyrene. That's
carbonate.
No, that's too expensive.
It's one of them polys.
Yeah. Anyway, the plastic shells. Anybody that has a shell of the van, pickup, roadster, coupe, whatever. I don't care. We want to get you something, if anybody's let us know, and for a reasonable fee, we will whatever, because we got to get Digger something that he can take out to the shows that allow it, such as the Hoodlum show would allow it, and
I mean Don's got a thing that he uses a scooter because
I can't
walking long distance or walking over rough terrain or whatever is hard for him. If it's smooth asphalt and he doesn't have to go far, he's cool. But well,
I want to get it for you so you can go to.
My hip is starting to give me some issues.
White walls. So places like white walls and stuff like that, you could set in that and just put it in gear and just put, and like I'm saying, hold your drone for the stability of that. Hold that drone, whatever, and just go all around and whatever and stuff like that. Because I'll put music to it anyway and stuff like that. And if you stop someplace to do like whatever, to do a voice or whatever, you can always your old phone, wherever your old phone is and stuff, get it out, pop it, and just record look at this, Buick, whatever.
The audio
right. No, I'm not gonna. You're gonna record on the phone and use the audio from the phone. So what I'll do is I'll take the video from this and the video from this and put them together, and that way music, overprint for the drone, and then boom, and I'll blend the music down, and then when you're done talking, I'll bring the music back up, and then we'll go back to this. You see what I'm saying? So that phone would be perfect for that. I mean, probably make you a neck mount, load the controlling the DJI Mimo on it so that you can run the drone from it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that you can turn the drone on and off like that. We could even get you a helmet and mount the drone to your helmet, pointing out.
Now I will tell you, it's something I've been thinking about. I don't really want to drop.
We just went live again.
Oh, it's probably kicking in and out. Who knows? But I don't remember what I was saying. Oh,
he wants to say to find a Gravedigger Power Wheels. Yeah. You don't want to clap more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we did a golf cart suspension, we want to narrow it and shorten it because we pretty much want it one person. I just want it for his transportation at the shows that will allow it. Now, Springfield Swap Meet won't allow it.
For doing that, as much as I hate electric is the way to go with that.
Well, they'll let you go more
because
places.
of the sound.
Right.
But gas would make too much noise if you're trying to do video.
Well, the pie cart doesn't. You've got the exhaust on the pie cart. Now, my golf cart's not very loud, and you can barely hear it when you're, videoing and stuff like that. So it's all in what you do. And those 125s, you can put a what's the exhaust that increases the expansion chamber on it. Oh, a bunch of people watching.
Hmm?
Or were at one time.
I was going to say, there's 3 now.
If you lost them a long time ago.
You got 6 thumbs up.
I know. Isn't that great? Yeah, we could use the wheels and suspensions and stuff like that. You could even take the axle out of one of the old golf carts and put...
Trust me, with all the people we know, we can design anything.
Steve and us alone, I mean, we can handle it. I mean, just because Steve has the equipment, that's the only thing we need is access to the equipment.
Go-karts are not a problem.
He's got a good welder. So. I like yours, but only for welding little teeny spots like that.
Yeah, mine's just a little 110 meg.
Yeah, just little spots like that. It's great, but
I used to have a better one with the gas, but I'm just down to a flux core welder now.
The flux capacitor welder. We be fluxing now. But anyway, if we could get Digger that, electric would be the way to go, and we could do that easy enough. I mean, because I can
thought about these the little things that you stand on them and you kind of tilt your feet.
No, you can get
they turn left
with
and right.
The one wheel.
I've seen people do that.
They're
and they put a trailer on them.
Yes, they're $25 at the Goodwill. They're $25 at Goodwill, but the problem is the batteries are hundreds of dollars.
You mean the hovercrafts?
And they're known to explode.
Yes. Well, what I would do is find out what they are.
Charge that outside.
And I just take an e-bike battery pack and do it. The thing is, it runs off of it's a gravity sensor. So when you lean, it has a vertical plane on it. So when you lean forward, that it goes. They make those, but the problem is they're a pain in the ass. So just to use them to drive with, you could take and put them in the back, have a regular steering wheel, put them in the back, and just have
I think they're strong enough to pull around a person on a small vehicle.
But they make these electric motor transmission and rear wheels for the powered wheelbarrows. They will hold a tremendous amount of weight. They're gear reduction, so they're go straight up a hill. They don't go real fast, but you don't need to go real fast when you're videoing and stuff like that. You don't, go real fast.
Some of the slowest videos, what looks the best on your stuff.
Well, I have to go slow and then I have to slow it down in post, but
And
I can
have
only go
noticed that I can tell when you do slow it down.
right.
You can tell, but
You have to. I can only go so
the
far.
average person probably doesn't
No,
notice
they
it.
don't know.
You know.
I have to. You can only go so far before it starts to look funky because I'm not shooting it at 4K
Yeah.
at 120 frames. I'm shooting it at less than a K at 60 frames. So 60 frames is really what I need everything shot at, because if you go any higher than that, that's too much compression for my
And
software.
it's
You talking
rare
about
that I even
hoverboards?
bump up to
Yeah.
60 most of the time. I just leave mine at 30.
Yeah, you can leave it
Yeah.
at 30, but when I go slower,
If I want something that I know I really want some clarity on, I'll bump it to 60.
right.
But really, I never have any reason to go above that anymore. That was one of them things that Don taught me. You don't need to do it in 4K. 1080 is good enough.
You want to.
And then you go out and you watch like Vice Grip Garage or
Oh,
something and check the stats. They're 1080.
Volts. Look, Herbie in bed.
Huh.
That's what Steve sent me. He wants a bed bug.
Oh, bed bug. I see.
You mean a bed on a Volkswagen?
It's a
on a bed.
Volkswagen in the bed.
That must have been at Woodward, something like that. That's all time you see those crazy cars.
But yeah, I mean, and you can get that whole kit with the controller, the actuator, the controller, the battery hookup, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
For less than $500, and then you can put that in anything. That whole
over time, we'll figure something out.
Well, I want to get you
Yeah.
something that fits into. So if we pull up, either on the trailer with my scooter or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
you back yours off,
You don't
or
want something that's real big,
right,
but,
or
you
you
know.
pull up in the van.
Yeah.
Ideally, something for you if it would fit in the flex,
Right.
lengthwise,
Yeah.
widthwise, height-wise, fit in the flex. If you could get that, and of course, the weight, you're not going to want one person, but you could ramp it,
Yeah.
little plastic
I
ramps
got
to.
my little trailer or hitch thing that
Oh yeah,
that's
that
made
probably
for
work.
one of those.
Yeah,
zoomies.
so it just
drive it up and
put it right on there and stuff like that. That would work really good.
it's made for them zoomies. Zoom.
When the
Zoom.
love has left the relationship. But no, one of those. I keep my eye out for that all the time. Like tomorrow, I'm going to go to if the heat's not so bad and I'm feeling up to it, I'm going to go to the Cars and Parts. I always look for a body like that and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they think they're gold.
They do. I've
They
seen
think
some of those
they're
van bodies
gold.
$800 and $1,000. It's like, hello, it's a kid's toy.
I understand.
You know.
Yeah. And I understand that some of the ones that are out there are original year one series collectors items.
Yeah,
I
but
understand that.
Not all of them are.
But man, they just think, oh,
just because you got a van body go-kart does not mean it was anything rare or
Anymore?
special.
No.
No. Put it away.
Oh, I
Put
think
it
it's
away.
louder than me.
Put it away. Put it away.
Keith, has to do with food. Ask me first.
It's an addiction, man. Put it away.
I know it is.
That
I
stuff
think we
right
kind of
there.
lost the bags anyway.
Oh man.
Thank you.
No problem.
Every time you turn your seat, it runs into
I'm
me.
sorry. Well, it's that 3/4 ton
Like,
wide,
just push me around.
3/4 ton wide load thing. But yeah, so I mean, but I've been looking for that. Now some people have them, but they don't want to get rid of them, and I understand.
I didn't know the U.S. Council was going on this week.
Yeah, they are tough to get a hold of.
And I understand because
But
there's a lot of stuff.
knows, I
I'm not
might
gonna-
make something someday. I don't know. You know.
Well, I saw the actual coupe, so like 37 coupe bodies and stuff like that, and you set on top of the roof, and it's got a little pad, little seat with a handlebar that comes right up to it. That would be awesome. But the van would be
they
really
made them with
cool.
little coolers that you sit on top of a cooler. That way.
Oh yeah,
You had 18 pack of
yeah, but
cooler. You know.
I want something that fits into the whole
Yeah.
theme. I mean, the van would be perfect. So you getting out of a van and here's a van, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or whatever and stuff like that. I mean, I can't do it anymore, but there was a time when I would have made a buck up and we'd just make a fiberglass, but I can't do it anymore.
Oh,
Not with
well.
these hands and stuff, but
I don't even think I'd want to do that much work for what it is. You know,
Well, I'd make a bunch of
I
them.
mean,
Like you do the party bus thing
Yeah.
to sell.
Mm.
A whole bunch of them with a little electric and the motor that he had in because it comes as a full self-contained package.
Yeah.
It's one of those little Chinese 125s. You know, I think Matthew Charrington's built a lot of stuff with those. So any of those, I mean, a lot of them, and they're what they are. If you service them, and his thing is oil, keeping it adjusted over that, they last pretty good. I mean, but you've got to stay on top of it. It's not like the old, you know,
we'll
Huffy
worry about
motors
that
and stuff.
shit later.
Yeah. Oh no, it's just that it's what you can think about now and stuff like that. So, all right, guys, oh my gosh, almost 2 hours. How could look anybody? Just wheels and the suspension. I count as 2. 30 feet more of shop. Oh yeah, Steve's making his enlarging his shop out there at the Big Blue Barn.
Ooh.
So the property that's there, he's going to take and put 30 more feet out. So that'll allow him to room because he's got a lot of equipment and everything that he's never really got to set up.
Yeah.
He has to set it up, tear it down, so things like that. So yeah, that just means more work for you, Steve. All right, look, that looks like a poster that you'd see at the post office. That right there.
All this technical talk was way over my head.
That
So
right there.
I had nothing to say.
Technical talk. What are you talking about? This is what we used to do with kids: tear stuff apart. And fix it.
I gotta say something though. I mean, at least the man has look at this.
What?
Look at his complexion compared to ours.
Well, that's all that Greek.
Something.
No, we know what it is.
He's got that complexion going on.
He's got a lot of Greek blood in him,
Mhm.
or something.
I got something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Just something. They do.
If somebody knows, please explain it to me.
Oh, see, that's his dad's.
Oh, that's one of the little dingy ones.
Yeah, that's his dad's one and stuff like that. Look, he's watching us down here.
Digger on TV. Digger on TV.
So he got the body from the swap meet.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of the ones that were race cars that were on the carnival rides and stuff, but they're that real thick. They just weigh so much. The same way with the bumper cars. The guys make those bumper cars into
they're made to get the crap
and
beat out of them.
Those are just too heavy and stuff like that. So, all right, guys, 2 hours over. What? Yep. It was a ride-on body.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen this before. Yeah.
We're going to go because I have to pack all this stuff up. There will be no more live streams for me from here. We will probably, once you get over there, I'd like to try and do one maybe once a week, like when I go to do where I'm going to be. So you'll be right one street right there. You'll be one street over. So
drop me a text.
So we can come over and do that. I'm going to figure out a way to make room for this, depending on if I can upgrade it, see if I can upgrade the browser in this one, because the browsers that'll work with this.
If you take it up there and you put it in a different bedroom, we could be live streaming side by side, but be in different rooms.
like a conference call.
There you go. I still got to figure out how to use that.
Well, I'm saying, that delay
the
that
stream.
It's got.
Oh,
at least when we were talking to each other, we wouldn't have to hear that delay.
Yeah, we just turn sound off on one.
That's where you go.
It doesn't work that way.
Clap on.
That's what it is. All right, guys. Yep. All right, guys. Yeah, we're gonna go. That's where I was gonna try and be. That's the story behind Digger, and we're sticking to it. One's watching on your channel. It's a shame to shut it off.
Howdy.
There you go. Yeah,
we'll be somewhere this weekend.
Yeah,
I'll be somewhere this weekend. I'm not sure where.
I bet he's right.
Yeah, if I get notification ahead of time, I'll let you know where he's going to be, so you guys are warned.
That way you can go somewhere else.
Yeah. Bye, Keith.
He's going to be wherever Katie's at.
No, I don't. Maybe, I don't know. I don't get to see her much anymore. She's off.
She called me yesterday.
Did she? What'd she call you?
Well, I texted her because I hadn't heard from them in a while, and then she called me.
I know. See, I saw him. I did see him. Where did I see him at? Was it Rob's? Kohlbachers? Were they at there? I don't know.
No, they weren't there because I told them.
So then it must have been one before that. Huh?
Yeah, they weren't. No.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, we're gonna pack this all up. This is it from Digger's Dungeon. The Gopher Hole is officially closed up.
This gopher hole has been permanently filled.
This
the dungeon is closed.
I'm not sure.
Digger's Dungeon still exists. We're just moving it up the road.
Yep, we're going to go down the road. He's going to come out into the swamp, so it'll be
just got
Digger's Dungeon at the swamp.
Just got to dig the moat now.
It's pretty swampy out there. Pretty much. You can't dig a hole out there without it filling in with. Well, you can't dig a hole without finding a body or hitting water. That's all I'm going to say.
If you start digging, the water's going to be coming up.
I can get rid of
a lot of.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of.
All right.
Y'all think I'm joking?
Sounds like my kind of place.
I'm not joking. There's a whole lot of chain wrapped around a whole lot of stuff buried out there. I'm just saying. Remember, it's Crystal Lake, Elm Road. So you've got Freddie
and Crystal Lake
and Jason.
Wow. That's like a double whammy.
Where I was raised.
Hey, I gotta say, when I was a kid, and that movie first came out and everything, when I heard about Camp Crystal Lake, I knew Crystal Lake was up the street, so I really thought that movie was made about the place right up the street.
Just don't do any sleepwalking.
Out
there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be advised.
No.
I'll probably,
just be
home. Probably put up some string with,
just be home.
Cans hanging on.
Oh, you won't have that. You just don't go into anybody else's property.
Just be home before dark.
Because they.
Mom
will tell you it's like, are they setting fireworks off? No, those were shotgun blasts. Thank you very much.
Just be home before dark. You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. No, he's got it. He's under a spotlight. He'll be under a spotlight there. He's good. We can.
Like I've seen it. It's a good level spot.
Well,
big enough.
Both sections.
And it's on a dead end road.
Yeah, both sections.
And it's the last place on a dead end road.
If you come over, make sure you have an appointment.
There are some neighbors that may come over and knock on your door, going, "Hey, Mister." Just saying. Just saying. It's all right, Jenny. We're okay. All right, gotta go. See you guys later. Thanks again.
Bye-bye.
Bye. What is that? Turbo is?
I guess I shut you guys off. I see there's somebody out there.
Oh, the axle's gone? Okay. Well, I'll search around. Just keep your eye open and let me know. And
isn't that weird now?
It's that whole quantum.
It's a video of a video in a video.
It's that quantum effect.
It's a video in a video.
All right. Thank you, Steve. Just keep your eyes open and let me know. If anybody knows of a narrowed 9-inch rear end that's in good shape at a reasonable money, contact me or Steve.
Yeah, Count Floyd.
And I appreciate it.
3D.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Shut it off.